About like 2.5 years ago or so, I was starting my relationship with God again. I grew up Christian, but I kind of got out of that lifestyle. I got into the worldly lifestyle, and then I came back to it. So about 2 years ago, that was that starting journey again, when I was starting that whole process again. I was with one of my friends I made at the current church I'm at right now, and I was telling her how I want to be fully committed to God. I want to be Christian, right? Like I want to live in the right lifestyle. I don't want to be doing things that's wrong in God's eyes, right? So I was telling her, yeah, I could get rid of the lifestyle of like things I was doing, but something that was very hard for me was definitely the music I was listening to. I used to really, really love this one artist in particular. I was telling my friend at church too, I was telling her, hey, like I listened to this artist. When I listen to his music, I just love it. Like I love it. I know it's wrong. I know the lyrics are terrible, like bad, and I know God is not happy with this. Like I know God does not approve of this. And I'm like, yeah, but like I like what I like. Like how am I supposed to stop what I like? And what she told me is something I've thought about with so many other things, not just this. When I told her this, she said, don't see these things like a rule. The closer you get to God, the more you're not going to want to do those things. That was some advice I held on to for so long, because what she said is so right. The closer I got to God, the more I didn't like this guy's music anymore. As I got closer to God, every time I listened to it, like I was trying to go back to my old lifestyle, it just didn't hit the same. It was not the same. Like I didn't feel the same about it. It's not even appealing to me anymore. I just outgrew it. She was so right about that. And I wanted to share this message because a lot of times new Christians are like, we're so hard on ourselves. We're so like, oh, I got to do this and that to please God, and I have to stop everything I'm doing. And like, yeah, eventually you have to stop. But what God is really focused on is your relationship with him. And what she was saying to me about the closer you get to God, the more you're not going to want to do those things. It's basically like the relationship you have with God, he's going to give you that discernment, whether you're doing something wrong or right. A lot of times people don't even want to become Christian just because they think it's a whole set of rules and they're not going to be able to do what they want to do. When you get close to God, you're not going to even want to do those things anymore. This is not going to happen like overnight, over like a week, even over a month. Sometimes it takes people 2 years, right? Like it took me a good 1.5 years to stop listening to that music, but I'm out of that. It's better 1.5 years than an entire lifestyle of that, just constantly listening to negative, terrible, crappy music I was brought up listening to in high school, that it's so normalized, right? A lot of rap is so bad. It talks about terrible things, and I know sometimes it sounds good, but at the same time, that stuff sticks in your head, and then you're saying these lyrics and you don't even realize what you're saying. There's like this one song, it's so catchy. It's just saying some crazy lyrics. Basically lyrics to go yourself, and it's like, you start thinking about this stuff, you're like, what am I listening to? Like that stuff gets in your head, that stuff stays in your head. Basically what I'm saying, it doesn't just apply to music, that applies to everything. That applies to partying and drinking and smoking, I don't know, anything you're doing like that. The closer you get to God, the more you yourself are not going to want to do those things. Some people might say, oh, you know, it's not fun anymore, things aren't fun. You're going to find a new fun, and God's going to introduce you to that new fun. I think this is a great message just for people who want to get close to God and feel like what they're doing right now is just going to completely hold them back. God's going to disapprove. God's going to be upset with you. This is a great message just for Christians too, to be soft on your worldly friends, okay? Just give them the love that God has given to you. And don't just start pointing fingers and saying, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong. Because that's going to just turn them away from God, right? That's not going to want them to get closer to God, because they just feel like they're already doing everything wrong. So why even do it? Why even start? When your friends are already a Christian and they already know the basis of Christianity, but if your friend is like a worldly person, they have no connection with God, just show them the truth, bring them to church, start sharing some scriptures with them, and everything will fall into place. A lot of times it's our job to introduce, and then through that they get close to God, and then through that there's the fruit of the Spirit, right? That's my message for today. I hope you all enjoy it. I'm gonna keep walking around. I'm getting beamed with the sun right here. So let me know what you guys think about everything I just said. I hope you guys enjoy the message, comment, do all that fun stuff. Okay, bye.